I was 65 years old, broke and alone. Most people think that's the end. For me, it was just the beginning. In the dusty town of Corbin, Kentucky, an old man sat on a rickety porch. A battered suitcase lay at his feet, and in his hands a small pile of government checks, just $105 a month in Social Security. His name? Harland David Sanders. Most people knew him as the Colonel, not because of military duty, but because the state of Kentucky had once given him an honorary title for his contribution in the local cuisine. But now, he was a 65-year-old man with nothing left but a battered recipe, a dream, and a stubborn refusal to die with regrets. Harland Sanders didn't have a smooth life. He dropped out of school in the 7th grade. His father died when he was 6. He worked dozens of jobs: farmhand, railroad worker, insurance salesman, steamboat operator, you name it. He even practiced law for a bit. That didn't last. At one point, he ran a service station, and it was there in the back of that dusty gas station where he began cooking for weary travelers. He didn't have a restaurant, just a dining table in his personal quarters. But his fried chicken? Oh, that was something else. Word spread fast. Soon he opened a small restaurant. People came from all over Kentucky. Life was finally looking up. Then disaster struck. A new interstate highway opened up, and it bypassed his town completely. Traffic dried up. So did his customers. By the time Sanders was 65, he was bankrupt. His restaurant closed. His future looked like a blank wall, the one recipe that could save him. But Harland Sanders wasn't the quitting type. He had something, a pressure-cooked fried chicken recipe made with a blend of 11 herbs and spices. People loved it. They raved about it. So he made a decision. He would hit the road and try to sell his recipe to restaurants. In exchange, he'd ask for a nickel per chicken sold, a small royalty. That's all he wanted. With a beat-up car, a white suit, and the confidence of a man who'd lived through hell and refused to stay there, Sanders began his journey. Rejection, rejection, and more rejection. But success didn't come easy, not even close. He went from town to town. He walked into diners, mom-and-pop shops, roadside cafes. And what did he get? Number over and over again. He was rejected 1,009 times. That's not a typo. 1,009 times people said, "It's not for us. Nobody wants fried chicken right now. Come back when you have a real business plan." Most people would have quit after 10 rejections. 50 maybe. Sanders kept going because he believed in something. He believed he wasn't done yet. The first yes on try 1010, something finally clicked. A small restaurant in Salt Lake City said yes. They gave his recipe a shot. Customers loved it. They came back. Sales soared. The royalty checks started trickling in. Not big money, but momentum. From there, the word spread. Sanders visited more restaurants. He still faced rejections, but now he had a success story to back him up. More restaurants signed on. The Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise was born not in a boardroom, not with investors or a flashy launch, but in the trenches by a man who just refused to sit still. From broke to billion-dollar brand. By the time Sanders was in his 70s, KFC was booming. People across America craved that crispy, golden fried chicken with a side of Southern charm. Eventually, Sanders sold the franchise for $2 million in 1964, equivalent to around $20 million today, while staying on as the face of the brand. He became a global icon, touring the world in his white suit, shaking hands and posing for photos. His face became one of the most recognizable brand symbols in fast food history. From broke at 65 to founder of a global empire, Colonel Sanders proved that success doesn't come with age, it comes with grit. The lesson behind the legend: let's get one thing straight. Colonel Sanders wasn't lucky. He wasn't young. He didn't have startup money, a tech team, or a viral moment. What he had was belief in his recipe, in his journey, in himself. He was rejected 1,009 times, but only needed one yes. That's what it takes sometimes. Maybe you're sitting there, thinking you're too old, too broke, too stuck. But what if you're just one try away? What if your big break is just around the corner? Colonel Sanders didn't find success before life knocked him down. He found it because he got back up again and again and again. You have to think of failure as a stepping stone to success. Colonel Sanders' final message. Don't count yourself out just because life didn't go your way by a certain age. Don't quit just because you've been told no too many times. Don't let one closed door make you forget about the hallway full of others waiting to open. If a 65-year-old man from Kentucky can create a global brand with nothing but a pressure cooker, a dream, and a white suit, what's stopping you? Keep climbing.